So, this is something I've been thinking about recently, and I'm curious to hear what you think about it. Um, and it was like we hear like gaming personalities from IGN or GameSpot or whatever talking about how games are now seen as a legitimate art form. But me and Ross were talking about this on the Pokemon Go episode when a guy who was like the most stereotypical gamer you could possibly imagine, he was on this morning with Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield, and he was talking on about how people need to stop thinking about gamers as being socially inept and sitting in basements all day and not socialising. I was kind of like looking at that, I was like, do people still think that? So my question is, do you think games really are taken seriously in like mainstream culture and media, or is it still maybe seen as like a kind of stigma?
I think in the mainstream,
Mhm.
like general population kind of stuff, no, gamers aren't really taken seriously. I think
Mhm.
like whenever you tell people like, oh, I play, like, oh, what do you like to do? And you're like, oh, I play a lot of video games.
Mhm.
And like you kind of, even the way that you say it, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh right, okay, you're 12 years old still.
Uh huh.
And I've had proper, like, not proper arguments, but arguments with my girlfriend about why video games are just as valid a medium as films or TV or
Hey, what did
whatever.
she say?
Well, she, she didn't really say anything. It was more me shouting
Ranting
at
at
her
her.
for
Ranting at her.
But because I was playing something, I can't remember what it was. I think it was The Witcher,
Uh huh.
and I was sitting listening to watching a cutscene, listening to it, and she started talking to me. So I paused it and I talked to her for a bit, and then I was like, right, can I watch this quickly? And then I'll sit and chat to you. And she was like, okay, yeah, fine. So I started watching it, and then she started talking again, and I was like, why? And she was like, oh, it's just a video game.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, no, it's a part of that. And then I just went on a big, huge rant, and I was like, how would you feel if I was started talking through anything you were watching and all this? And she was like, yeah, but it's video games, it's different. And I was like, it's not different. It's a story that I'm watching, and I went on this huge fucking rant about why it's just as valid, if not more valid, than TV, just because of the amount of work and shit that goes into it.
Yeah.
But to get back on topic, I think in the mainstream, it's not as bad as it was. It's not like 15 years ago when you were a fucking basement dweller, but it's still kind of not really taken seriously. You're not really ostracized.
Yeah.
But you're just not really taken very seriously in the mainstream. But I think in media,
yeah,
it's become a lot more accepted just because of the sheer amount of money that's in it and the people that work in it and all this.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. My argument usually is, yeah, Telltale isn't really doing it for me anymore, but my argument usually is, in order of best to worst, it goes, for The Walking Dead, it goes Telltale, and then shortly followed by the comic series, and then way down at the fucking bottom, it's a TV series. But that being said, like, you know my main passion obviously is like films and stuff like that. But I'm kind of becoming more and more aware that most recent films, are just kind of fucking bleh. So, for me, kind of TV and games now are where it's at in terms of like really good storytelling and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
I think TV has an advantage over films because of how much more time you spend with the characters.
Yeah. I mean,
how long was Daredevil season 1? How many episodes was that?
13. So was season 2.
13.
So that's 26 hours we've spent with Matt Murdock and stuff like that.
Yeah. Whereas like your Batman Begins was like what, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Like you develop much more of a relationship with the characters, and everything can be much more fleshed out, and you're not sitting there like, why is he doing that?
Yeah.
With TV, I think TV is a lot easier to build relationships with characters and with your audience as well.
Yeah. I mean, what you were saying and like having an altercation about games not being taken seriously and stuff like that. Me and Ross got into an argument with some people, and Ross was saying FIFA came up, and Ross was like, FIFA is just the same fucking game every year and stuff like that, and he got hit back with, well, if FIFA's like that, then every game's like that. It's just more of the same, and I was kind of like, fuck.
No, it's not. Yeah.
In some cases, he's right though. In some cases, he's right, but
In some cases, yeah, like your Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed and all that. Yeah.
yeah.
It's people who shit all over FIFA, but then buy the new Call of Duty every year that gets me. But if you shit all over FIFA, you have to appreciate that it's not just FIFA.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot of games. Most of your Forza racing games are the same game, just with new assets put in. Like FIFA's just pretty much the same game, but with new players and teams and all that. All that shit.
I mean, GTA 4 to GTA 5 is not the same. That's a huge fucking leap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same. I mean, it's the same game. It's the same franchise, but the technological jumps that have been made and all the storytelling and all that.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Solid 5 as well.
Well, I never played 4.
Yeah.
I can't comment on that, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, do you think like these guys though who are going on like, oh, it's a legitimate art form, are kind of kidding themselves a wee bit?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, it's just like, if it's not being taken seriously, it's like, do you think it's ever going to be taken seriously?
I think it will. Yeah. I think it's in the past kind of 10 years, it's really come a long way. You're still going to get people who, when you say the word gamer, they see the fat, bearded, sweaty dude hunched over his computer playing World of Warcraft or whatever. I think, especially with in the next 10 or 15 years, with our generation and the younger generations, will be taken a lot more seriously.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, right? I want people to like what I like, and that's it at the end of the day, and that's kind of why I get annoyed by it. But for me, I've been saying that maybe the gateway drug for people whose only gaming experience is FIFA and Call of Duty and stuff like that, like the gateway drug to proper gaming, and I know that sounds so pretentious, is maybe...
It fucking does, man.
But maybe the gateway drug is GTA 5.
Yeah.
For me, that's the gateway drug for most people. It's like if you put...
Yeah, well, there's a guy at my work that plays a lot of GTA, and he plays Battlefield and stuff. And I think Battlefield's a good one because it's similar enough to Call of Duty that you can get right into it. And maybe Titanfall's the same way. It's close enough to. I mean, it's a first-person shooter, but it's slightly different. It might get people kind of oh, this is actually this, and then they'll go to something else and something else and something else. You know.
Yeah. But I mean, story-driven games and stuff like that, I think GTA 5 is the gateway drug. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe Uncharted as well.
Uncharted, yeah. And Tomb Raider. Because Tomb Raider basically is Uncharted.
Yeah.
With a female protagonist.
I mean, I'm not going to turn around to somebody who's been playing FIFA and COD and be like, here's Metal Gear Solid 5, go play that. I would never do that. Or Fallout 4 or something like that, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not the same. If you need to kind of ease them into it. But I was kind of my whole argument is why don't you like this? Because it's I kind of feel like you're going to be left behind a wee bit.
Who? The people that are... who?
People who don't properly, whose only experience is FIFA and COD, I feel like they're going to be left behind a wee bit. And they're missing out as well. So that's why it's kind of frustrating to me.
I think the way you have to look at it is people like what they like, and a lot of people don't like new things and they don't like change. So you've got to kind of appreciate that some people will just play FIFA and will play every FIFA every year, and that'll be all they play. And you just have to kind of accept that. That's what they like, and that's what they're going to do. There's no point in sitting there trying to get them to play fucking The Witcher or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, I guess what I'm kind of realising is that people don't like to be told what to like. So, will we wrap it up then?
Yeah, go for it.
Right, okay, so that was episode 9 of This One podcast. Next week is going to be the final episode of the first series. Will we be back after that? I don't know, Matthew, will we?
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see, yeah. But we will be on camera and stuff like that. We will be doing a proper video version. And after that, I guess we will probably do, if we feel like we're up for it, we will do a second season that will run from maybe October to January, if something like that. So yeah, next week is the last episode for now, and after that, who the fuck knows? Bye bye. Bye
Who the
bye.
fuck knows?
Bye.
See you later.